Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Alexa, and in today's video we are going to be talking about 10 upcoming book releases that I am excited for. I'm actually a liar. I'm going to be talking about 11 book releases that I am excited for. So you may have clicked on this video thinking you were going to get 10, but you're actually getting 11. So let's jump right into the first one. In about a week, we have Intermezzo by Sally Rooney coming out. I know Sally Rooney is very hit or miss for people, but I personally really enjoy her books. They are usually fiction/literary fiction, and they tend to have a hint of romance in them. They are typically essentially character studies, and we are just following these characters and watching the decisions that they make and seeing them grow or fail to grow as people. But yeah, that is pretty much what I am expecting out of this one. What I know about it is that we are going to be following two brothers and they are mourning the loss of a parent. There's also mentions of the brothers going through some romantic encounters. And yeah, pretty much exactly like I said, it just sounds like we're going to be following these two brothers, watching the decisions they make and hopefully seeing them grow as people. So yeah, I'm honestly really looking forward to this one, and I think I will not be walking but running to the bookstore on September 24th to get this book. So if you do see me running to the bookstore on September 24th, respectfully leave me be. Also, I had no idea what the word intermezzo meant. Apparently it has to do with music, specifically opera. Apparently it's kind of like how there's like choruses and bridges and songs. Intermezzo is like a version of that for opera, apparently. All this information is from a simple Google search, so if I am wrong, we can blame Google on that one. The next book we have is releasing on October 1st, and it is Two Can Play by Ali Hazelwood. You guys probably already know this, and I've said it a million times, but Ali Hazelwood is the viral TikTok STEM queen. She has written a plethora of books about women in STEM and those women falling in love. And I have a feeling that we are going to be getting just that with this book. But the unique thing about this one is that it is going to be audio only. The only other book I have ever heard of that is audio only is, I think it's called The Honeymoon Crashers by Christina Lauren. Something like that. I'll put a picture on the screen, but it is the book that comes after The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. And I really enjoyed that book. In my experience with audio only books, they typically have a very high production value, meaning they have great actors, great audio quality, and there's usually also like sound effects and different things like that added into it. Because I mean, we don't have like a physical book to have any type of experience with, so if you're gonna do audio only, it only makes sense that it needs to be good audio. I believe with this one we are getting a story about a girl who is developing a video game. It's taking place in some sort of wintry, snowy setting, because it is also mentioned that it is a enemies to lovers. I think also perhaps forced proximity, because there's a slight snow-in incident and these two individuals are stuck together. Something along those lines, so I expect this to be a quality listen. Next up we have Lost and Lassoed by Lyla, and this is coming out on November 5th. This is the third book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. This is another one that is viral on TikTok, and it is essentially a small town cowboy romance series. I read the first one and I really enjoyed it, and I'm planning to get to the second one. And if I get to the second one, of course I'm gonna wanna get to the third one. And we've already met these characters in the first book. It's gonna be about Teddy and Gus. So if you have read any of the books in this series already, you know that this one is going to be chef's kiss. Next up, we have Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. This is coming out on January 21st. The sequel to this 623-page book. I didn't know somebody could say so much about a made-up world, but apparently Rebecca Yarros can. I also want to mention that the first book is 498 pages. So if you're planning on reading Onyx Storm, you've got some catching up to do. I would get started on reading those yesterday. Anyways, to be more clear, Onyx Storm is the third book in the Empyrean series. First book is Fourth Wing, second book is Iron Flame, and then of course, Onyx Storm will be the third book. If you don't already know, these are some more TikTok viral books, and these are fantasy books about dragons. So if that interests you, like I said, you better get started reading those yesterday. Next up, another book by Ali Hazelwood. Our girl Ali has been busy. We have Deep End coming out on February 4th. Apparently, this book was originally going to be titled WHET, but for obvious reasons, the title ultimately ended up getting changed to Deep End. Now, I said Ali Hazelwood is the queen of STEM romances, but she does have a paranormal romance. And now she is dipping her toe into the sports romance genre. No pun intended there, but we are basically just following our two main characters. One of them is a diver and one of them is a swimmer. One of them is dealing with a recent injury that they are trying to overcome. And apparently some secrets get exposed that leads to them having this type of alliance or arrangement, whatever you want to call it. Through this, they are most likely going to end up falling in love, but we will just have to see. Another book that is coming out on February 4th is Dream Girl Drama by Tessa Bailey. I believe this is the third book in the Big Shots series. The first book is Fangirl Down, the second book is The Au Pair Affair, and then this is the third book, Dream Girl Drama. But yeah, if you guys know me, you know that I read Fangirl Down and I did not like that book. I still haven't read The Au Pair Affair, but I do plan on reading that book with hopes that it's better than Fangirl Down. And even if I don't like that book, I am still planning on reading Dream Girl Drama, because listen to what this story is about. First of all, it's a hockey romance. But essentially we have our two main characters who meet each other and share a kiss, and then the male main character goes to his dad's house to meet his dad's new girlfriend. And it turns out that the girl he kissed is his dad's new girlfriend's daughter, aka his future stepsister. And after I read that, the very first thing that popped into my head is that this is a plot line from Gossip Girl, which I am obsessed with. So I will without a doubt be reading this. Next we have Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins, and this is going to be coming out on March 18th. If you don't already know, this is going to be another book in the Hunger Games series. We already got a prequel to the Hunger Games series, but now we're getting a prequel to the prequel. To say that I'm excited is an understatement. I grew up loving the Hunger Games, so if there's going to be anything else Hunger Games related coming out, I'm gonna be all over it. And this story is basically just going to be all about the character Haymitch. Next up, we have Fearless by Lauren Roberts, and this is going to be coming out on April 8th. This is the final book in the Powerless series that everybody seems to be obsessed with. I don't think I'm obsessed with it like everybody else is, but I do like this series and I want to see how it ends. So yeah, I really can't say much about it because it is the last book in a series and I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't read them yet, but let's just say it's gonna be a good one. I hope. For the next two books, I have no information other than the title, rough release date, and author, but we're going to talk about them anyways. The next book is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. She has announced the title of her next book and that it is coming out on April 22nd. That is all we know so far, but I am on the edge of my seat waiting for more information on this one. The next one I have is Say You'll Remember Me by Ali Jimenez. And we don't even have a specific date for this one, but she says it's gonna be coming out sometime in April. I don't know what it's about, but I know that I'm gonna read it, so it's on the list. The final book that I have to talk about today is Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. This one is set to come out on May 13th. This book is going to be the third book in the Skyland series. This one is going to be following one of Yasmin's friends. Her name is Hendrix. I don't know exactly how interconnected it's going to be with the other two books. Like, I don't know if it's going to take place after the first two books or if it's going to take place like somewhere in between or during the first two books. But whatever the case is, I'm excited about it and I'm gonna be reading it. And yeah, with that being said, those are the 11 upcoming book releases that I am excited to read. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know which books you are excited to read in the comments below. Feel free to follow me on Instagram and also make sure that you are subscribed so that you can see more videos from me in the future. But for now, that is all, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!